So,
What
and
are you little stunty kids?
our guest wanted to open the show. We are here for our mid-season look at Division 5. I still have the wrong division open, so don't get confused. I have guests with me. One of them announced himself already. Tell them who you are.
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. Just kinda felt little bit in the mood stiff. But yeah, should we just introduce ourselves?
Exactly.
Alright, I'm FreddieGibbs, coach of the Big Mulligans of Division 5. Pretty much the top tier org team right now.
Yep, and I am Hutzler, coach of buff men with short legs from Division 4, the Dwarf team. So, if you don't hate me enough already, you will after this.
Well, at least you're
Yeah.
not in their division, so that's something.
Truth.
So, shall we start off with the first team?
Yeah, the interesting thing is, in Division 5, two teams have had to leave. One because they couldn't really find time to do it, and another because he conceded an ogre game. So there is two teams that replaced them. One of them is the Mustang BBC, which we're gonna take a look at here. Just a little trivia.
Okay.
Yeah, good to know. And we have a Bretonian team over here, and it looks like they got welcomed to the division pretty good.
Yeah, especially with skill ups.
Yeah, I'm talking about all those injuries, all those MNGs, and
Yeah, that's to be expected in Blood Bowl. But it does have an agility 4 blitzer
yeah, that's certainly a
And,
nice piece.
and a blocker with agility 4.
Yeah, but also only armor value 7, which is not optimal.
Yeah, that's also nasty.
A lot of guard, though.
Yep, one of them missing, however.
It is.
So,
And even a movement busted lineman, but we don't care about those.
yeah, linemen, peasants, they can deal with a bit of
It is there
injuries.
to be annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some quite nice looking blitzers. All of them have dodge already. He also went for a leader blitzer, one as tackle, and the already mentioned agility 4 one. Let's see if one of those MNGs is a niggle.
I spelled them.
It's not.
It's not, okay. That's pretty good for our Bretonian friend over here.
Yeah, they got lucky for now.
Will they face you at some point?
Sadly not, because I've already got the bye weeks from those other teams that were there.
So
I mean,
that's why you're still in first place, because you are relying on bye
no.
weeks.
I mean, I did have to fight the Chaos Dwarfs that conceded, but yeah, I did get one bye week, and that's it.
Yeah. That you call yourself the leader of the division.
Yes, I'll go off. Everyone else go do that piece too.
It might be a bit tough for them though, since they're missing the tackle piece. Next game, they're going up against the High Elf team, which has 3 Agi up players. 3
Yeah.
Agi 5 players, lots of dodge. Could be a bit of an issue for them.
Yeah, but they are lacking a lot of blocks because, as I said when I fought against them, most of their block players just died. So he is lucky in that regard. And he's also missing his own clutch tackle player. So he's got to get some good use out of his Dutch, the Bretonian player.
Yeah, his next game will definitely be tough, with only 2 blitzers and 3 blockers. This team is also really old. I had a quick look at the history. The games before were from 2016, so they had a break of Rebel, came back, and got a bunch of players hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even against the Big Power Pufftas. They're also a nasty team in this division.
Yeah,
And I
that's
still
the
got
only
half.
game so far, right? That's that one game they played so far.
Yep, exactly.
That's
In this
Elder's
division, at
team,
least.
isn't it? The Pink Power Puff does.
The Big Power Pufftas, yeah, one of them.
That's Elder's team, isn't it? He was in.
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
that's definitely Alda's team. But they're all the way in the back, so we're not. So it's gonna take some time before we get to those.
yeah, but I think we covered the Bretonian team fairly well. Not too much to say. He does have a level 2 stadium, but no enhancement. And I doubt he will have the money soon to get an enhancement if it goes on like his last game. Yeah, it's a decent looking Bretonian team, nothing special, but
Yeah, but nothing bad either. Like, or rather, nothing too bad either.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I don't think there's much more to say here.
Yeah, then shall we move on to Cthulhu Collector, or Cthulhu Collect, how he's called in game, and his Grim Guardians? And
Oh, I'm going up against these kids.
that's something you don't often see in Rebel. It's an undead team.
Yep.
And it's quite a nice one, I have to say.
Yeah, indeed. Plus, the ghoul at the bottom here as well, when if you see it, is a strength 4, so he's got great potential to develop well as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guard as well. Get in there, build the whites as the main blitzers.
Yeah. Plus, he also got a double on the mummy and got block.
Yeah, the zombies are pretty solid as well. If you look at that, 3 guard block mummy, the zombies. Sorry.
Yep. Plus a 30-player skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton is interesting though. You know, he might prefer the. I don't know.
I mean, the
I'm-
skeletons do have the. Sorry.
I can see having one skeleton if you want him for the dirty player, because the extra movement range is nice, and on the dirty player you don't necessarily need the extra armor. The second skeleton is what confuses me a bit, but
Yeah, my theory is that he probably will use the second skeleton as a 30-player as well, because originally there's 12 players. Just Bo Howards that's missing this game.
Yeah, but he does have 200k in the bank though, so
Yeah.
see what he does with that. Because he has 4 rerolls as well for the team.
Yeah, that he does.
yeah, I think it's a pretty good looking team. The problem is a bit, as all undead teams have that problem, where do you go from here?
I mean, he can't just develop however he pleases from here. Like,
Yeah, but still, it's undead tend to fall off on in the higher team value ranges, and I think they will have a tough time next season. I mean, it's a decent looking team, don't get me wrong. I'm
yeah,
saying it lacks a bit of potential from here.
I mean, it's got potential right now, so I think they hit the moment of potential right
Yeah.
now.
Right now, he can definitely win games.
Yup.
His overall record is not that good. He has 4 wins, 2 draws, and 18 losses.
Okay, how's he sitting at the moment in the division?
Yeah, he's got 1 win, 2 draws, and 4 losses. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so sitting at 12th place now.
Yeah, that's not optimal, but I mean his team is looking pretty good at the moment, so
It's
Yeah.
pretty well built, yeah. Alright, I have to dug out for a little bit and I'll be back in like 5 minutes or something.
All right.
well,
So,
what else is there to say? We do have a level 2 stadium and a referee rest area, so bribes.
Sweet. Free bribes is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I like it. You are a team that likes to foul, so getting the bribe is good.
Yep. I mean, it could also bite you in the ass if you also face against a team that also likes to foul, but still, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good chance to take.
Yeah, he also has a really nice mummy that has block. It's always great when the strength 5 piece gets block.
Yep.
It's not that important on a mummy because it doesn't have the loner, but it's still really great to have.
Yeah, it is. I do also like to see how Roscoe's gonna develop later on.
Yeah, that definitely
Because-
can be the star player of the team.
Yeah, exactly. Unless, of course, I kill him in my match. We never know.
Well, I'm sure you will try.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. Don't you worry.
Yeah, shall we move on? I think that's it for the Undead team.
All right. And next up is an ogre team.
The Scholars of Ogre Hampshire. I know they have big fans in Metal and Herringsword. They are a big fan of this team.
Yeah, because there's the one, the only, the most popular green skin that ever was. Yup. You know Yup?
Yup is a pretty good player.
Yeah, pretty good player. What are you talking about? He's the best player that ever was.
I wouldn't call him the very best player.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely
And
the
I'm
best
just
player.
saying that to annoy people.
I mean, he'll just throw a diving tackle on 2+, no problem.
Yeah.
He'll just land on his feet when the ogres throw him, no problem. He will toss the ball however he pleases now. He's the best.
And he has the ogres to help him out if he needs a bit of strength.
Yeah, exactly.
And quite some agility heavy ogres. He has 2 agility free ogres.
Yes, and one wealthiest coffee as well.
Ah. Yes, Frenzy.
Yep. I just love this ogre team, to be honest. Ogre teams have a special place in my heart. Sure, they're not really that good with the snotlings, but it's ogres. Ogres punch hard. Ogres are good.
Yeah.
Ogres the best.
I respect every coach that decides to go into a season or even more seasons with an ogre team. And I think he is putting his team to good use. I think he has a really good record for an ogre team. Let's see, what is his? I mean, his overall statistics aren't that great. He has 5 wins, 4 draws, and 14 losses. But if we look at the current season, he does have 3 wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not something you expect.
Oh, I mean, it is a good team in overall when you consider the fact. Yeah, but
Did you have the pleasure of playing them yet?
yup. Fortunately, it was only a 1-0, but I did also get to severely injure one of his ogres.
Oh, that's he didn't like that.
No, but at least I killed some more snotlings.
I mean, at least Yop is still alive.
Yup. He even got injured in my game, but he managed to survive. He's a good little snotling.
And that's all you can ask for.
Yep. I mean, you also ask for the ogres not to punch your orcs to death, but yeah, that's too much to ask for.
I also like the stadium name, Brainhead University, because he has all those smart ogres.
Yeah.
And
also a special mention, I do also like Rabble, the leader and kicker of the team.
yeah, he is armor value 4, because why not?
Yeah, suck that. it's not like they just die anyway.
I mean, where's the difference between armor value 4 and armor value 5? At some point, you don't really care anymore.
He just wants to die.
And he
It's
just
cheat, it
can't.
is.
Somehow he managed to get 29 SPP.
And he's gotta keep on trucking until finally he gets sweet release. Yeah.
I mean, he's performing great. He has 29 SPP, but he just can't get out behind the shadow of Yop.
Nope.
It's a tough life for a poor Nobbler who tries his best to be good at Blood Bowl, and then there's just the other Nobbler who gets all the fans, all the bitches, everything, fame, money,
Yeah, all
and
all
all
the money, all the food.
and all you get is a broken back because
Yeah, because it ain't a good life for Greenskin. Especially not for Blood Bowl Greenskin.
well, he's doing better than most of the Nobblers on the team, so that's at least something.
Yeah. Oi, you back your dwarf coach?
Yo is back. Yes.
Alright, we're talking about Yop here.
Ah, yeah, the legend.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's not reached yet legendary yet. Only his fame is at that level.
He will always be in our hearts.
Yeah.
Praise Yop.
Praise be with Yop.
So, anything you want to admire about this great ogre team?
Not much really. It seems like a pretty standard build for the ogre, except for like all the agi up on Yop really.
I see.
And what about the frenzy or the ogre?
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Like strength 5 frenzy, but then again
Yeah.
you have bonehead, so
Macy,
It's
I
not
have
worth
to
it.
say, besides Yop, Hutzler is clearly not impressed, so get good. I think that's it for the team. Or do you have anything to add?
I got something to add. Keep doing what you do, Macy. You're doing good. You're doing proper work for the boys. And that's it.
Okay, I hope you got everything out there.
Yeah.
Well, who is up next? We have Tom Bombadil with his Molehill
Yeah.
Mountaineers.
Yeah, these are the kids that conceded the match against the Ogre Vampires even. Like, they managed to... I checked the replay against them because I saw that the Ogres were lacking an Ogre when I was about to fight against them. So I checked the record and apparently this kid killed an Ogre and conceded afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
so got thrown out of the division then.
Yes, I don't know. But probably.
Well, his team is looking not bad. He has some guards, a mighty blow, 2 claws, some nice bulls.
Yep.
Nothing too shabby. No reason to concede your games.
Yeah,
That's actually
exactly.
Really nice. Yeah, really nice. Except
I-
on Ken, but
I think one of the reasons was that I kind of gave in a good thrashing in my game. Like it was a pretty tight game, but then Skipty came along, stole the ball from Bull Centaurs, and ran to the end zone. So that's probably also a factor.
Yeah, it also hasn't been going well for him this season. Quite a few losses there. Maybe he lost his spirit to fight on.
might be back next season with a different team then.
Yeah,
Like sometimes it can be tough, but
it happens.
it does happen to the best.
Still, it kind of still biffs me a little bit. The way
Yeah.
he did it.
I mean, maybe there was just something important he had to attend to, but
Yeah,
Could be. So let's not dwell on the team too
yeah,
much. I think.
yeah. Let's not do that.
well, let's move on to the suffragettes Ninja Bread's team.
Yep.
Yeah.
These kids, they're proper. It hasn't really been all that long since I fought against them. It was a draw still, but they're punching pretty good.
They're sitting in third place as well at the moment, with second place and fourth place haven't already played their game. So with a win, they can actually jump up to second place, just below you.
Yeah, I think his last game was a bit unfortunate for Ninja Breadman because he lost 3-0 against Misu and his Reds. So that's not optimal, but I mean, this team is looking really good for an Amazon team. Lots of blodge, lots of guard, a bunch of tackle, a bunch of mighty blow, a great
Some good,
ball carrier.
good skill ups some good skill ups as well.
I don't see anything missing, maybe besides a dirty player.
Oh, it could be like it could be the last one. He wants to go a dirty player on there.
Yeah, or he's just not a big fan of fouling. Some people just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even try to foul in my game, but still, that was probably because he was kind of busy trying to get away from me.
Yeah, everybody just tries to get away from the big bad orcs.
A big bad mulligans.
Yeah.
Ah,
But yeah, it is a solid team and a solid coach. He's a good fella. There is one thing that bothers me about the sounds though, at least in this game. It just gets uncomfortable over the time with the idle sounds. It just does.
yeah,
at least.
the Cyanide did a rather poor job with the sounds. It just gets annoying.
Yeah.
Screams.
Yeah, the bones and stuff.
I mean, if it only was if certain players made a block, for example, then it might be okay, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
But also, if you want to know more about this team, in the coming G manual, there will be an article featuring this team. So if you want to learn more about the personalities of those women's, you can check that out.
Yeah, I already know the personalities of those women. They skits.
Oh god.
So just like the personality of everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. But even more so, they just proper gets. Don't want to get punched or anything. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. But overall, like really solid team though.
Yeah.
It looks really solid. So he's definitely in a position as well to qualify because is it top one or is it 1 and 2 that qualifies from this one?
It is one of the top ones in this division. He's got 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses.
Yeah,
so he's not he's near the top.
The question is if Division 5 has 1 or 2 playoff spots.
I think they have 2 as well. I think 4 and 5 are the same. They have 1 and the first and second place qualified.
Let me check right here. Yeah, no, they only got a 1.
Okay, so you only got 1. Okay, so it's really a fight for the throne then. Depending on how your next game is going to turn out, then their next game. If they win, you lose. You're tied on points.
Yeah, I mean, then again, I'm not really playing to get to the very top end. Like, I'm just playing for fun, to be honest. So I wouldn't really mind if this team gets ahead. They deserve it.
Yeah, but that's good to have that attitude as well.
Yeah, what I
nice.
think is impressive because his overall record is 9 wins, 3 draws, and 12 losses. So it seems like he had quite a bad first season. that he stuck out with the team, came back in his second season, and is now contending for the playoff spot, which is admirable in my opinion.
It's really admirable, yeah. And then looking at just how well developed the team is, I think that might have been also why he stuck with it, because he could see that they were actually developing in the right way.
Yeah. It is a good, well-developed team. It's a really good one. They still gets though. Still gets.
And because one ogre team just isn't enough, we have a second ogre team coming up, the Snot Battery.
Yep, and they're the more serious ogre team, believe it or not.
Well, they only have 5 ogres. How can they be the serious ogre team?
Because one ogre is dead.
Well, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Did you perhaps kill him?
Sadly, no. I don't even remember who killed him. He only had 5 ogres when I faced him, so he probably bought a new ogre and he died. I don't know.
But they're sitting pretty solid though in the middle of the table, 9th place with 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, and 10 points. The 3 teams sitting on 10 points actually, 7th, 8th, and 9th place in the division there. So like solidly planted there actually for an ogre team.
Yeah, he is doing his work.
Yeah, but he just doesn't have a job.
Yeah, that's the thing. The one thing he really needs. But still, it is a very well-developed team. Plus he's got a dirty player snotling. Everyone needs a dirty player snotling.
For especially an armor busted dirty player snotling.
Exactly. Makes it all the better. But yeah, I also played this ogre team here. The coach was also pretty good. He played well. He did all the things that he could do. And let me just see the results here. Yeah, he tried. He did what he could, but the ogres just they bonehead at the wrong time. Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. If they don't bonehead, they can just destroy teams with the big guys. But then again, then you do have the bonehead that can come in and just ruin the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I think is quite a message is you're saying, I'm gonna go first piling on with my ogre, because that's how I want to play this game.
Yeah,
I think that's quite a message.
It is. You know where you're getting at when you're with that. And then again, like, who gets out after getting piled on by an ogre? It's not many people that survives that one.
Yeah, I
think not else.
I think it was last week's Friday Night Rebel where the ogre just piled on a poor skink, and after he stood back up, there was no skink anymore. She just straight out killed him. It's quite something to watch. Watching an ogre make the jump on a poor git.
Yeah, this game did deserve it though, because Stockholm.
Yeah, but he does have a pretty developed ogre, the ability bazooka, the pile on as the first skill. Pile on, break, tackle, guard, and block. It's not something you want to be staring down really. That one, just want to be go around that one.
The ogres in general here, let scaled up well. Let go scale up. They can just move around as they please. They got guards, so they can help each other for the 3 dice. They're just good.
Yeah, and they got all the break tackle, just to get free. They do have 1 stand firm, which could be, really a pain.
Yeah.
For some teams as well, especially with the strength 5. So, I think I like this build better.
Yeah, but he has no job.
He does have a job, but then again, like if all you do is rely on nothing though, that's a bit.
Nah, it doesn't rely on Job. Job just wins the games.
Job relies on the team.
Yup.
Yeah, you really hope to get an agility up on one of the noblers, which really helps you out.
It definitely does. Like with
Or
the throw and the
until you
landing.
up on one of the ogres. That definitely helps as well.
That's true.
Because who the hell could block an ogre and get the ball away with all the support?
Another ogre.
True, but
And
all
Job.
the ogres got Lunas.
Also, I believe on the other ogre team, there was a Nobler called. I'm not sure what he was called, but he went Dauntless first.
Oh.
So that's something.
That's definitely optimistic.
I think he was called the Working Force, and the thing was you just can't keep the Working Force down. He will strike back, and then he got killed.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's
Go
a sad way to
85.
go. It is kind of a good thing that he's got this low team value as well, though. This open team.
Yeah,
Then
because the other one's sitting at 1830 and this one is 1560, so.
Yep.
Yeah, but he has one ogre less, so that's quite a lot of difference already.
Yep. I mean, I think he just went with 5 ogres and that's it. I mean, some people could just go with that, and it can work. But then again, ogres are not to be played to win per se, but more to be played to have fun with the casualties.
Yeah, I think if you're the guy who plays ogres, you are the guy who gets all 6 ogres. Maybe not to start with, but I don't see a reason why you wouldn't pick up the 6 ogre at this point, if you have the cash.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the vampires where the ogres eat the gnoblars. I mean, it would be a cool rule to overrule the bonehead, but still.
If you don't want the bonehead, just eat a gnobler.
Or bite the leg off. But yeah, any more words about these brutes?
I think we covered the ogres fairly well. They are doing pretty good as the other ogre team. So the ogres are definitely 2 coaches to watch out for in this division. And I think we can move on to the Nurgle team, Brutal Geometry.
Oh, I've heard some good things about these runs.
And it's looking pretty good, I have to say.
Yep. Especially with the warriors.
He has nice warriors, he has a nice piece of Nurgle. He has a movement busted Pestigore, which isn't optimal, but you keep him until your second killer leveled.
Yeah, and the thing is here, I think he just went for the killing potentials and just skipped the block until he got it. But,
That's totally understandable.
Yep.
And if you really need the knockdown, you can still use your block tackle one.
Yep. And then again, let's just see if he just survives until then, because I don't know if it'll be worth it to keep it if the other just levels up quick enough.
Yeah, I think you try to get the other Pestigore going, maybe fuel him a few touchdowns, and then when he has Claw, I would probably look at replacing the Pestigore because he does have the cash, and it's always.
Pestigores don't have the K.
Yeah, and it's.
Oh, the cash. You don't mean the cash, right?
Yeah, I mean the cash. And it's always a bit bad to have a slow killer, because he wants to reach his target and then at best retreat back to not get hit back.
He wants the blitz go in and go behind the guard guys, so they can't reach him.
Yeah, I mean, I will try to use that disadvantage when I go up against him. That's as much as I'll say, because that's definitely a big disadvantage to the killer right now. But still, the rest of the team looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call that player bad. He does his job.
I'm not calling him bad. He's It's just a bit meh in the movement.
Yeah, all you were
really
saying
good.
was everything besides him looks good, and you're just singling him out. I mean, consider his feelings. How would you feel if somebody
He's a
went?
verbal goat.
Yeah, well, he is called Pyramid of Cruelty, so he's probably used to that.
Yeah.
I like the naming scheme. There's quite some fun ones. Polygon of mutilation. Stabbing vector. There are quite some fun ones in there.
Good,
Yeah, because it's called brutal geometry. And then there's also one that's called dog. Or rather, that's called dog.
Well, that's probably someone he picked up from another team. Talent Scout went out there and said, I like that guy. And
now he's my dog.
Now he's here. Well, let's have a look at their stats. They have 7 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses, which is pretty good for Nurgle. Can't complain about that scoreline, I believe. How are they doing this season?
Yeah, it's so and so. It's pretty much outlined in general. 2 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, probably what you expect of a Nurgle team.
Yep.
To be honest, I would maybe... Do you really need that many rotters? 14 players is maybe a bit much, but... I mean, it's only 40k, so it evens out, but just maybe something you would want to have a quick think about.
Then again, if he falls a lot, he does need the extra bench. Plus, the casualties can rack up to some bad degrees as well.
Yeah,
so you never know.
That's true, but does a rotter on the pitch help you really that much?
He's a good road stop.
Yeah, but most of the time he will just sit on the bench. It's just something I wanted to put out there.
Yeah.
Well, anything else? He doesn't have a stadium upgrade.
Standard 3 rerolls, fan factor of 7, so I think it's like nice looking team that needs a little bit more development. It can be really, really scary.
Yeah, again, a team probably looking at the next season to kill, and kill.
But I think that's kind of like the story of most of the team in Div 5 as well. A lot of them are looking at just trying to see how well they can do the season, but at the same time trying to just develop and then really give the push next season.
My boys just like to punch things.
Well, next up we have a team that doesn't necessarily like punching things that much. The Fabulous Starling, coached by Umbrella Head, and it's a high elf team.
Yup.
What do you think of this team?
There goes all the stat ups.
We only got one stat up. I movement 1.
Oh, this is that one. Ah, there's another team then.
Yep.
Yeah, and they only have only 2 doubles is a bit meh, but it's a decently developed team. I have to say there isn't a player that makes me go, that player is great, but
yeah, it is a pretty good all-round team. Maybe a bit light on the points, but he probably lost a lot of players in the season. So who are we to blame him?
Yeah, but he still seems to be lying pretty solidly though. Fabulous Starling, 7th place, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses so far. So 10 points.
Yeah, it's quite even record.
Yeah, it is.
Did you play them already?
No, I'm actually going up against them next week, I think.
So, are you gonna kill some elves?
Yep, I'm gonna definitely break some elven bones this time around.
So, is there a player you will target? Who do you really want to see that?
Good question. All of them.
That's
might
one
be-
way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, really though, if I was gonna look at it strategically, I'm gonna at least get rid of the Garter whenever I get an opportunity. I mean, Guard is a really good skill on elves, especially if you can get around to the critical spots. So, I'll definitely get rid of him first if I could.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah, guard and then movement 9 blotch as well. It's definitely something you want to.
But in general,
Yeah.
I'll definitely just target the catches with the armor value 7 instead of 8. Because that'll be easier to take off the pitch. So, and they're one of the bigger threats in the team because of moving 8 and 9 in one of the instances. So yeah, that's definitely my 2 cents.
Yeah, well, I think there isn't that much to say about this team. It's pretty much the standard high elf team, I would say. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's see, he doesn't have a stadium upgrade. Overall, he's been doing decent. 8 wins, 3 draws, 9 losses. Nothing bad.
I do like that he's got Birdies as a sponsor as elves. He probably sponsors with the salad menu of the company.
Well, why can't elves eat at McMurtry's and just have a good lunch?
Yeah, because elves, as far as I know, elves just like to be skinny little twigs. And McBurgers, they got plenty of twig burgers. Like, yum, I'm gonna probably grab one after the game, after this interview. Let's recap, yeah.
Well, maybe they are advertising their elf burgers.
Elf burgers? What the fuck is an elf burger? Oh, sorry, my language.
Well, you know the meat has to come from somewhere, and elves tend to break rather easily.
So
If
what
you
you're
know
saying
where
is-
I'm getting at.
So you're saying that these elves are advertising elf burgers, which is made from elf flesh.
Just
That's
has
pretty-
a meat grinder in the changing room to bring
That's
out.
pretty goddamn gnarly. I like it.
Well, you have to make the cash somehow.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's.
I think that's that then.
And now we get to the real elf team of this division.
The Royal Blue Griffins, coached by Tom Choi, 94.
Yeah, hold
And
your heads, lads.
two.
Hold your shocking heads. Oh,
Yeah,
this is a good
there
team.
is definitely the thing that we were missing in the other elf team, the ooh factor, where you go, ooh, 3 agility 5 pieces. Nice.
Yeah, and unfortunately, his block players have just all died, so he's only got 1 wrestle and 1 block, or 2 wrestles and 1 block. But
Yeah.
still, holy shit, agility 5s.
Yeah, and he's sitting in 5th place as well. 4 wins, 3 losses, so he definitely plays for the win when he plays. Sitting at 12 points at the moment. So there's definitely a chance of. Yeah, he could be a contester for the top though. There's not that far up.
Yeah, with 3 agility 5 pieces, you definitely can do stuff on the pitch.
You're definitely gonna elf. You're gonna elf the pants off of your opponent sometimes, I think.
Yeah, he definitely tried to do that against my orcs. It was just a tough day for them.
So,
And also a tough day for me.
how did the game go?
Well, I managed to injure some of his players, and just generally, it was pretty bad for the first half went pretty well for both of us. He managed to steal a ball from me with a lightning bolt, and managed to score before the first half ended. Then I had to kick the ball to him, second half, and in the end, I managed to steal the ball from him, run over to the other end, before Barry got sacked. Barry was my thrower. And then I launched Skipsy over to grab the ball and run to the end zone, which secured a pretty narrow win.
Well, I see you managed to do an interception.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. The Black Hawk intercepted the ball, handed it over to Skipsy, and he ran away.
Well, that's something you don't see often. Black Orcs intercepting stuff.
One of those plays where you're like, oh, yes, it worked.
Like that was the one thing that just changed the fate. Like, if he didn't catch that, the ball would have landed in one of the catcher's hands or one of the lineman's hands, and it would have just won in for a touchdown. But that's the will of Nuffle. He wanted me to win.
Yeah, sometimes
Sorry,
you
Tom.
just roll at 6.
Yeah, sorry, Tom Joy. But yeah, Tom Joyce is a pretty good coach in general, and a good sport as well. So yeah, good on you.
Now, do we have a stadium upgrade? No, we don't. That's too bad. His overall record is pretty amazing. 11 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses.
That's really good.
Yep.
What's his record this season? 4 wins and 3 losses. I think we had that already, but... Oh, it's... Well, he must have had quite a last season if he has only 4 losses overall and 3 of those this season.
I mean, he's still one of the top 5 players in the division with that score. So.
I think it seems like he got subbed into a division because he has an unusual amount of games. So he maybe joined.
I think he's from previous. Thing. Yeah, he didn't play last season.
Oh, okay, that might be also a reason. He had to drop out at some point, then came back. Yeah, pretty good team, pretty good record, pretty good coach. What can go wrong?
Yeah, not much really.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
So, shall we have a look at our Underworld team?
Yeah, the zoo.
So,
definitely not a zoo.
We are having a zoo? Is this what this is?
Nah, it's not a zoo. Can you read the sign?
Yeah, but
it's not
if it's saying it's definitely not a zoo, the first thing I'm gonna think is, that's a zoo.
But look at the Turks. Welcome to our North Zoo. Free entry for children.
Yeah, but why would you offer free entry to children then if it's not a zoo?
Because suck you.
That was uncalled for. That was mean.
Oh, too bad, lad.
I don't like you anymore.
Well, tough titties.
So where are they at in the standings, though? The team, they are in 8th place, sitting at 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 10 points as well, exactly as the one of the Ogre teams and the Umbrella Hats High Elf team, the Fabulous Darlings we were looking at as well. So they're also mid-table.
Yeah, but they have developed some scary players in general, like the troll, Butterfly.
Yeah, he would never hurt a fly.
Nope. Except with the block.
And the claws.
Yep.
I think the scariest player is probably the Blitzer.
Yeah, the cat.
Mighty Blow Claw Pylon tackle player there who can really rip teams apart.
And that's because cats are assholes.
Yeah, Cat also is one of the often referred players on the team manual, I think. Like one of the top ones, like I mentioned.
Yeah, I think it's quite a player you can get some fantasy points on.
Yep. Plus, he also gets plenty of time. Plus, he also has a pretty good fundamentals in the top here. Unfortunately, when he goes down, I think I see he's gotten some casualties in.
Yeah, he has a quite nice cage diving goblin with wrestle and horns.
Yeah, he could definitely just bust a cage if he wants to.
Yeah, but I think definitely the key pieces here are the Blitzers and the Troll.
Exactly. And one of the Blitzers even got Blutch.
And the other one is just a disgusting killer who kills everything he can.
Yep.
I mean, look at the names and tell me again that this is not a zoo.
It ain't.
Cat,
It's rats.
bee, rat, grasshopper. Oh, kind of a shitty zoo though.
Well,
Look,
nobody
Mom,
said
watch
it's
the
a good
grasshopper.
zoo.
No, it
Well,
ain't a
it's
zoo.
definitely not a zoo. It doesn't even
Yeah,
say
it
it's a
is.
good zoo. Not a zoo.
Yeah, not a zoo. So you can't complain.
Ah,
I
well,
do also, I do also like the naming scheme here as well. One with the animal names, and two with Mark II seals, and Mark III with narwhal.
well, now, again, on the zoo part, have a look at the stadium name. It says zoo.
Note, not zoo.
The note is lying.
No, it's not. It's a note. It's supposed to tell the truth. It's not that you'll be good.
Probably it was just a note with zoo on it, and some kid came along and scrambled not a on top of it.
Well, we can go down there and see for ourselves if you want.
But yeah, before we go any further, level 2 Nuffle Altar.
I like
So
it.
star player
The
cost,
inducements, he has low team value.
Yeah, you can definitely get some use out of that.
Yeah,
Especially in
gets
this division.
Gets another troll in probably in most games.
And I don't really think he can get a Ripper in.
Let's see, he sent what 1240 against what's the standard? It's quite some high TV teams though, like yours included as well. 1800, a couple of 1800 teams, 1700. Yeah.
Still, it is a pretty solid team in this low team value considering.
Yeah, I think it's a
Yes,
really
yeah.
team value efficient team, and it's built around playing with the inducements. So I think he's doing well.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
What's his overall record? Let's have a quick look. 10 wins, 4 draws, 10 losses. Pretty even. I
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, it probably tells that he can probably just have a little fun with the team.
Yeah,
That's good.
and I think that's the most important part. Just have fun with your team. It's not necessarily about winning every game. As long as you have fun.
It is also a lot more fun with a block troll.
Yeah, block draws are fun.
Yeah.
Are you saying that perhaps because you have a block troll too? Or don't you have a troll?
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, it's okay. We will get to that.
Yep.
Well, who's up next on the list? Oh, that's
Get
you!
Yep.
Who would
Let's
have...
skip that one, then we have the
Yeah, I mean, it's just an orc team. Shall we move on to Misu?
Oh.
Nah, we can't make our guests sad. I mean...
Oh, yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see here, we have
Oh, so you screwed it around. You had to do it. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna skip it now, and get
Oh.
back to it in the end. And if you sorted it back, we will cover it. And if you don't, we probably still cover it, but I will be mad at you.
Yeah, don't worry. No worries. I'll get it sorted.
Okay, so Skaven team, Misu. I like the team name. It's red.
red emoji. Yeah. I like that emoji, it's cool though.
It's a bit annoying that nearly every player is named like that, because you can't really tell them apart. But I mean, they are reds. I get the theme.
Yeah, then you have unpronounceable and Lord Voldemort. Just the two lines.
Yeah, he has quite some nice players. An agility 5 gutter runner, a natural 1 turner.
Yeah, it's just generally just a nasty bunch of teams.
2 quite nice
yeah.
looking storm vermins. A lineman that's probably gonna get fired because he's armor value 6.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get the boot.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's a really nice looking team. How is he faring in the team? Okay, yes. He's only played 2 games this season, so he came in late, I guess.
Yeah, but look at
Um,
this. Look at this overall record. He has 11 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. That's great.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, and if you look at his record now as well, like he's played 2 games, 1 win, 1 draw. So, not a bad start at all for his team in this division. So, if he had gotten in early into the team, he could probably have been a lot higher than he is now.
Well, there's still time. He can still get quite some games in if he wins those.
Still an opportunity to get 18 points. The 6 games left. Yeah, 18 points. So.
I mean, the playoff spot might be a bit far, but top position, maybe top 3, top 4, is very well in there.
It is realistic. Yeah, realistic. Yeah, he can still make it.
Yeah, he probably could. Yeah.
Well, we do have the FreddieGibbs seal of approval, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, I'm not really gonna face them, so they're probably gonna have a good chance of it.
Yeah, what's also interesting is we have a stadium with the elf turf, so it seems like the Reds are doing lots of GFIs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Likes to run. Oh, it makes sense as well, since they're Armor 7. Let's try to preserve the team as best as possible, really.
Yep. Plus they are just gonna go for it anyway because they got a high movement value. So why not get a few more?
Well, there is some merit in not getting the elf turf with a high movement value team because generally you're faster than your opponents and your opponent has to make the GFIs to catch up to you.
Yeah, right.
So there's that, but I can definitely see your point.
There's a pros and cons with everything. That's how it is.
Yep.
It's like, what else would you take with Skaven? Yeah, this quick sandwich kiosk. I think we covered that in the previous one for one of the other Skaven teams.
Yeah, I mean, you just get Nuffle Altar and induce Big Red every game.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Red is pretty good at dying, though. Yes, but like team is looking really good. A solid team, and then he's definitely gonna have a good last 6 games, and then gonna put the other teams to work, I think.
Yeah, and I think that the 2 real names he has are quite nice. Unpronounceable is pretty pronounceable, so that's great. And Lord Voldemort is also great.
So yeah, really good names.
And
I just think in general that they're definitely gonna put some work in against us, as you said. So.
Yeah, they can definitely take names and win games with this team.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice to keep the armor value 6 gutter runner.
Well, yeah, because if he doesn't fall down, then he's good. He does have bludge, so why boot him?
There's a point, but it's still armor value 6, so as soon as he gets knocked down, he will probably stay down.
Yeah, most likely, and like by this time as well, a lot of the teams have picked up Mighty Blow.
And tackle.
And tackle.
And even you don't even need Mighty Blow to actually injure him. Like, have a good chance of injuring.
So I would maybe consider rehiring the gutter runner. Maybe wait until you have some more cash. But I would at least think about it because you have 3 great gutter runners already. Why not try to get a 4th great one instead of a mediocre one at best?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. In the end, it will be up to him to decide what he's going to do with the team, how he's going to develop it.
No,
Might
I'm gonna
keep it
decide
around.
this now. Not his choice, my choice.
Okay, good. You're gonna fire this gutter runner here,
But only after the next game until you get some more cash. But after the next game, you're gonna rehire the gutter runner. I just decided that. Not your decision anymore.
Well, you could just say "suck you" and just ignore it.
But that would be mean.
Well, yeah.
Let's leave it at that. Shall we move on?
To the next team.
You.
So, Ramaset, our old friend from last season.
The Voltrex Vanguard. Another high elf team, because we didn't already have two of those.
Yeah, that team is also pretty solid as well.
Yeah, they have a plus strength catcher, which is really nice. Agility 5 lineman with block. Quite a nice blitzer, although he's movement busted, but you can deal with that, I think.
Yeah, he'll probably be fine.
Yeah, two movement busted players as well. It seems to have been taking quite a few into.
Yeah, but I think just the movement bust is annoying, but not worth it to fire and rehire.
It's not like an Agi bust or an AV bust on the elves.
Especially since they are his most developed players, so...
Yeah, keep them until he gets something better, get something going as well.
Yeah.
He is actually sitting on second place at the moment in Div 5 with 4 wins, 3 draws, only 1 loss, 15 points. So really solid. I remember playing him last season as well and had a really good game against him. Again, great guy. So I don't know. Have you played him yet, Freddie?
Yeah, I have played him yet, and this is the team that I pretty much screwed up against. Like he bought a wizard as per usual, and in second half I forgot that he had still, so I bunched up the boys, and he fireballed the cage and ran away with a strength blitzer. So, yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes when you're dumb.
Well,
yeah, but that happens though. But that's good. Like he could actually pull that off as well. So he's chasing you a bit there on the place. But he has, however, played one game more than you have.
Yeah, that is the one thing that's big that makes it that different. So everything can still happen.
Yeah,
and
definitely. Like,
again, it's a team which had a pretty bad season, judging from his overall stats. He has 6 wins, 4 draws, and 9 losses. And if he has 4 wins this season, that means there aren't many left for his first season. And again, a coach who decided to stick with the team, play it out, and now he's at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
really good.
Don't reroll your teams if you have decent teams on your development just because you had a bad season score-wise.
Yeah. Plus, you can actually fought them twice. Actually, one in the previous season and one in this season. The previous season ended up in a draw 2-2. So he is a good coach, a proper fella, doing good work. Hope he gets to make it or something, or not. We'll never know until it happens.
At the end of the season. Yeah.
Well, we do have quite a vocal person next. It's Alder and his pink power puffers. He is always around in the Discord chat.
That's good. That's dumb little kid. Nah, it's not really that dumb. I still have to...
With his Necro team here.
Yeah, it is pretty solid as far as I can see here.
Yeah, he has the Mighty Blow Werewolf. He has a plus movement, Blodge Tackle Werewolf. Both great pieces. He has 2 really nice Flesh Golems. A Blodge White, which is fine. Quite some nice zombies. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yep.
It's like solid team and solid builds, and he's like, does have a fresh white though, so that's that can take a bit before that gets going, but
yeah, but it happens.
It does, and he does have the two guards zombies as well, which can help out a lot in the game.
Yeah, and notice all of them is with the word pink, and then there's Cornelius.
Yeah, Cornelius is probably a kill from another team.
Yeah, he'll probably get fired. He doesn't fit the scheme.
Well, but there always has to be the one guy that breaks the theme.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
I need to kill him when I get to it.
You haven't played each other yet.
Nope. We still
Were
got.
no, you were not in the same division. No.
We are in the same. Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the same, yeah. But the Elder was, last season he was in another division.
Well,
'Cause I think there are like 3 or 4 from the same division as well, that moved up into Div 5.
yeah, and he is doing pretty well this season with 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's sitting at 4th place at the moment, 13 points.
Yep.
I mean,
He's
he also has the jersey to fit the name.
Yeah. Plus, then again, he did play 1 extra game than the rest with those Voltrix Vanguards there.
Yeah, but he
So he's
lost
got
it,
that
so
going. Yeah.
no
So we
one.
got him to blame.
But they're having the great kid as you mentioned, the pink kid there, fitting the name and everything. So he's been doing pretty well this season.
Yeah,
Yep.
Looks like, and also could contest for top, at least top of the league, maybe like.
I mean,
if he's
it's
if things goes well, he could take like top spot, or at least like top 3, be in top 3.
yeah. Well, I think top sport is a bit of a far stretch, but
Then again, it's 3 points difference. I get that he does have. But there is a lot of like. They're quite even in the points in this division.
yeah, but
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think he has a really solid team, but again, it's not. You're not saying, "Wow, that's amazing." Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, but
It's an amazing team in progress. The thing. It has the potential. That's the thing, though. Like he just needs a bit more skills on the different players and so on. But good start, good solid, and then we'll see if he bounces back next season as well. If he brings the team again, or if he's gonna re-roll after the season.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Yes.
I wouldn't say he needs to bounce back. He is doing pretty well. I'm just saying it might not be enough to reach the top spot.
we'll see. He'll probably just kick some ass when it gets to it.
I mean, he will just kill all your orcs and we'll have a laugh about it.
Maybe. Oh, hold on. I gotta have to.
I think it's fine. We can deal without you at least for a while. So, what do we have? It's so peaceful and quiet. We have a level 2 stadium with a security gate, which is a decent choice, especially if you don't like pitch invasions. You probably don't care that much about the riots.
No, I think definitely the pits invasion there.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's the main reason for most people
Shit, he's
in
back.
this case. Yeah. Shitty kickoff.
Well, his overall record is 11 wins, 2 draws, 10 losses.
That's pretty balanced.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, so plays for the win. It seems like he goes for either he wins or he loses.
And I think Arthur is also a player who plays for the fun, at least what I...
Yeah, it seems like it as well. That he seems like a very chatty guy, from what we can see, at least from the Rebel Discord and everything.
Yeah.
And he's Danish, so extra points for that.
Yeah,
Yay!
he also
Extra point for Danish.
he also really wanted to join us for the recap, but the schedules just didn't fit. So yeah, I hope you watch this later on YouTube, and I hope you like what we did. And it's still not over, so let's keep going.
Yup.
Yeah.
I mean, we do also need to go over my team, but yeah.
Only if you fixed it.
Yeah, I'll fix it already.
Well, next up we have the Lizardman team, the Predatory Fiorentini, and they have been doing pretty well.
Yup.
You have indeed.
I mean, I have no idea what the team motto says, but sure thing. And he has quite some nice lizards there, especially those kings. Wow, I'm so envious.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that
they'll probably pop.
That's what you want to see in your skinks as well. Like the edge up is the stat ups is definitely what you want to see in your skinks.
I mean, I would be happy if I would get a single stat up, and he has 4 of them. Wow!
The one thing though, he doesn't really have any other skills. He only got stat ups, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's the most important thing, the stat up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
One thing though is he does only have 11 players at the moment.
Yeah, I think it doesn't hurt him that much that he has only 11 players. It hurts him a bit that his sources are a bit underdeveloped compared to the skinks. So
they're on the way though.
yeah, that they're well on the way.
Lot on 12 SPP. There are 3 players on 12 SPP. One, the only non-skilled source is only 1 SPP away from leveling up.
Well,
So if you have the Agi 5 skink, like that's just gonna get the ball, run away, or pass it to the movement 9 one, then they're just gonna score. Keep going like that.
It's a really good looking lizard team in development. He just needs to keep on doing what he's doing, keep his good skinks alive, offer up the bad skinks, because who cares about fresh skinks?
Yeah, Shogun.
True, and they're sitting at 6th place at the moment with 3 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss, and 12 points.
Yeah, it is a pretty good.
Did you play them already?
Nope.
That will be. I think that would be quite a fun match.
Yeah, I think it will indeed. Like he could probably get a block on this skink here in the next skill up. Like he's only 2 star player points away. So hopefully he gets blocked so it gets more interesting.
Well, judging...
He's also 330 TV down, so he's going to get a few inducements when you're there.
Yup.
And judging from what he got so far, it won't be block. It will be either a movement or a strength up.
Oh boy.
Those kings are insane.
They really are. Holy shit. Still, hopefully they'll pop as easy as they usually are.
Well, I think he will try his best to protect them, because you really don't want to lose those.
Yeah, that is the thing. Then you'll just probably have to just punch the Saurus down until you can get to them.
Yeah, that's always the key part against Lizard. Either you hunt down all the skinks, or you get 1 or 2 Sauruses off the pitch, and then they really struggle when they either don't have a player to pick up the ball or don't have the strength to control the pitch anymore.
Yeah. That is pretty much the common problem with them. Plus, the Saurus doesn't really have break tackle, so once they're based, they can't really move out of the way. So yeah. That's probably also a thing you could do.
Oh, and what I'm seeing here, I see an amazing team for the next season. When he gets all his Sauruses another level each, with those great skinks. I mean, he's doing really well already, but if he gets a little more development, this team could be really, really hard to deal with.
It could definitely be. It could be really, really scary.
Yeah.
To deal with.
It'll definitely be one of the better teams out there, I'd say.
He does have a stadium upgrade, but no enhancement.
And he's got Orc Team Leaders.
This is also a team which joined during the season, I believe, because he has 6 wins, 6 draws, and 2 losses. So basically had the same record last season as he has now.
Oh.
He's played, let's see, played 7 games this season here.
Yeah, this season.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see here. Last season, yeah, exactly the same actually. He has now that he had the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's definitely putting his players to use, so good
Yeah,
on
he
him.
is playing really well. So that's right. Yeah, good on him.
Keep on
Yeah,
doing what you're doing, get a bit more SPP, and your team will be really looking great.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I think besides that, that's probably that for the Lizardsmen. I don't think anything else to say there. So the last team would be
Yeah, we have a team of
Freddie.
hairdressers.
yeah, but and
They're,
you
they're
first.
Oh, sorry, you first. You go.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say the we sell hair team. They unfortunately withdrew from the league because they couldn't really find the time to play the games in the real life. So yeah, they're the second team that withdrew from the league.
Okay, that's unfortunate, but for the record, he does have a pretty good looking team. 2 Blotch Linemans,
Yeah.
2 Stat-Up Blitzers, some decent throwers, a good catcher. Not bad, but if he's not in anymore, he does have
there's not
also
really
a
any reason to.
pretty bad record, 2 wins or draws, 10 losses. Just wanted to get it in there, so yeah. Did you play him?
No, I didn't really play him as per se, but rather I got the bye week from him.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So,
That's a bit of a sad one. So last team.
I think we covered every team, didn't we?
I heard about there's
probably.
someone yelling from top of the hill somewhere.
I think I can hear him as well. Something about mulligans, something.
Yeah, I think they're pretty big.
Yeah, they are the biggest in the league, at least.
And it seems like they're like diving tackle a lot.
Yep. I mean, the Blackhawks did get double, so why not? It is an elfy team, and there's a lot of elves in the league, so I figured why not.
So, what do you want to tell us about this team?
Well, they're orcs. Rugatuk apparently is a favorite and not a favorite, but he did get a 3 times to the team animal. Other than that, I can't really say much about the team. The team is just pretty much a standard team that I play all the time with. The names and stuff, except the Murdoch. He just died twice in the first season, so I named him Spleen Ripped instead of Spleen Ripper. Well, yeah.
I just owning up to the name. So that's
Yeah,
good.
I adjusted it to the. Well, this one seems to be doing fairly well.
Yeah, I just hope that the Blackhawks will level a little bit better because they've been in this state for a very long time now. And it's kind of annoying that they can't get any casualties in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
really
have
annoying when
someone
you
with
trust
points.
1
Yeah.
or 3 SPP away from the level up and you play game after game and after game and you just don't get those 2 dumps SPP.
Yeah, it's the same player getting the MVP as well, just running away with like, you don't need them. Give us the rest of the guys.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it is pretty risky just give them the ball in general to get the touchdown. Like, I've had plenty of opportunities to do it, but I just really couldn't risk it in the games.
Yeah, understandable. But
Yeah, like play for the win. Better like play the safe game, really.
what
Yeah.
your Black Orcs are missing, your Blitzers certainly have.
Yeah. I mean, they're just doing the work in the team. The Blitzers here in general. Like,
Yeah, your strength 4 blitz as well is 1 casualty away from leveling up.
yeah, exactly. Or a touchdown. I was thinking of just giving him the ball in the next match and let him run for it. That way, like, he can just at least get the level up there.
So any Div 5 players that are playing Freddie next, listen to this. He's revealing his strategy here.
No, so go.
I mean, he clearly doesn't have a strategy, but
Nah. I just play to punch. But I do wish that to have some more guard here as well. Like maybe on this Blitzer, the Strength 4.
yeah, strength 4 pieces are generally great for guard, so
Yep. And I was also thinking of giving Rukaduk guard as well, but it doesn't really suit his playstyle. Like he's just gonna go in, punch gets, and get out.
Yeah,
And
with the friends, yeah.
Like that.
or maybe he could just get stand firm, so he's also a good surfer.
Yeah,
So
but
just stays there by the sideline.
Exactly.
yeah,
Plus, then he can also what?
plenty of ways to go with him. There's lots of opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with agility 4.
I mean, you can just go diving tackle again.
Nah, stop that. That's more than enough.
I mean, 3
Or-
diving tackle is enough. I mean, 2 not, but 3 is enough.
But I could also just go with leap if he rolls double. Like as a general rule of thumb, I'm not gonna grab dodge on any of these because they all require doubles to get it. So might as well just give it. So Rukadu could just get leap instead, and see how that goes.
So, what do you think about your goblin? Have you considered replacing him with a fresh one?
Nope. Just nope.
Okay.
Gipsy's good as he is. If he just levels up, he gets your feet. Like wrestles is all he needs as a normals. If he gets a normal, I'll just give him strip ball or stoneless. But yeah, that's pretty much it with little Skipsy here.
So, not building him necessarily for the 1 turn.
Nah, not necessarily. Like it is pretty good that Pico could just toss him around like a ragdoll. Like I was also having a moment where I had to throw Skipsy at some elf players. I couldn't really manage to reach the blitzers to get them, and the elf player had block. So I tossed Skipsy down to him, blitzed him, and almost got the ball free.
Almost got the ball free.
Yeah, almost.
Well, I was expecting you to say you threw the goblin at the elf and knocked him out that way, the standard halfling tactics, but I guess that nearly works.
Yeah, it nearly works, but I couldn't really reach him with the toss, so I just tossed him and moved him the rest of the way.
Yeah, do you have a quite nice looking thrower?
Yep.
I think the strong arm is an interesting choice because most orc coaches don't really use him for the passing.
Well, I might as well have that passing as passing threat in the tool belt, because if I go up against the chaos team, for example, and I'll need to pass, I might as well just use that, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the blisters, the agility 3 blokes here, for example, they could just catch it on a 75% with a reroll roll, so it's not that bad odds.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I still maybe would have considered dodge instead for the doubles because it is a doubles.
Nah, again, I don't really like to grab dodge in this team because of the sole reason that the rest can't really take it, so he can get singled out and stuff.
Okay,
So,
okay. That's a fair
Yeah, that's
point.
Solid plan as well, yeah. You also got beer stand as well. You got the stadium upgrade.
Yup.
When you push people out.
No, I think he just wants to have a drink during the games.
Yeah, that too. But it also helps to push people out, especially with the frenzy, and just watch the crowd just trample them to death.
Yeah.
It is really fun to watch them do that.
Yeah, your overall record is 9 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses. Pretty good, pretty good. But
Sitting really well on it this season, though.
you're doing better this season than last season, I think.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
You're doing really well this season. Your team, 7 games played, 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, sitting top of the ladder with 16 points.
Yeah.
So if you continue like this, you're gonna go to playoffs.
Hopefully. I mean, I'll probably just end up screwing it up against the Grim Guardians, but it is to be seen when the time comes.
Now the question is, do you really want to go for the playoffs?
I get to punch kids, right?
Well, some kids might punch back.
Suck that. It's a risk I'll take. I'll definitely want to get in the playoffs.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So let's have a look at the leaderboard.
Yay.
And there he is on top, FreddieGibbs, our very own.
Yup.
Planning on staying there, aren't you?
What?
You're planning to stay there, or?
Well, I'm planning on punching every kid that tries to get up here, so yeah.
Well, close on your heels is the High Elves. Only
Something kids, I'd say.
only a single point behind you. It's pretty close at the top. And
They just played one game more though, so
true.
Yeah.
But the Amazons, the Necromantic, and the High Elves, and even the Lizards are all pretty close. So there's a lot that can happen between place 1 and 6.
Yeah.
There is.
I mean, it is.
Even further down as well, like with the people coming up there, the middle of the table, they still have a chance of going a bit higher up. So anything can really happen in this division. It looks like.
Even the ogres.
Yeah, I mean the Ogres have been doing pretty well. So I think there's not a single team I would really count out. We also have Misu with his great Skaven team at the bottom because he only played 2 games so far. The Ogre teams are finding wins. I think this is one of the divisions where everyone can beat everyone.
I mean, there is 6 matches left for every team except the Ultric Vanguards to play. So they can just... The Bishop can, for example, just win 6 games and that's it. He'll get to zoom way to the top.
That's 18 points up for grabs still, so it's still quite a lot.
Yup.
So, how are we looking at predictions? You said we will have 2 playoff spots?
One.
Just one, okay. So, do you believe in yourself?
Yes, of course I do. Maybe not, but like Ramaset here is a pretty good player, and I might just end up cocking it up against the other players and just move down the ranks. But yeah, I definitely think that the top players right now got a pretty good chance of being the top one. Like I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm a decent player at best. Like I might do some good stuff and stuff, but I'll probably just fuck something up and go down. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's
But
just...
it definitely looks nice, doesn't it? Like the top teams there, they all seem to have a chance of actually making it to playoffs. I would just based on what I can see at least here, how it's been going so far, I would still put it in the hands of Freddie here. I love your coach. I think he can pull it off. Having played him last season as well, I know how he plays, and I think this he could take it, go to playoffs. It would be nice to see as well.
Oh, thank you, lad.
Well, I guess my opinion is still left, and there are a lot of good coaches up there. Alder is there, Ninja Breadman, even you, Stikas, the Lizards are also having a great team. Tom Choice Ales are looking great. It's really tough to make a prediction in here, but I'm probably gonna be rooting for you and a little bit for the Lizards, but I don't think the Lizards will go that far to the top. I mean, I'm also rooting for Alder because he's also great. I'm gonna give it to you. I think you have what it takes to take it home. Don't fuck it up, and
now
don't worry, I'll most definitely will.
I mean, it's you.
Don't tell the other kids though. Don't tell them. I'll say that. I'm the biggest in promise.
It's your top spot to lose. I'd put it that way. And if you lose it, there are a lot of runner-ups for the spot. So Yeah, it's an entertaining division.
It definitely is. Like, I will probably just do my best, see how it goes, and if it gets a draw, I just gotta win the next one. We'll see.
Well, I think that's it for Division 5.
I think it is.
Yep.
Again, thank you guys very much for joining me. It was a pleasure having you.
Pleasure being here on the show.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you lot.
I mean, there aren't many people left who are watching live because
That's how it is. So always.
Herring Swords
There's
just
people-
stole the show and all the viewers. But
There's quite a lot of people streaming at the moment, so it's they might
Yeah,
be
so-
going over there. But this it'll be up for watching later
yeah,
on.
just
People
watch it on
interested in watching
YouTube.
the
I guess
division.
if you're hearing this, you are watching it on YouTube. So
Yeah, most definitely, because you forgot to hit the end of the record button, right?
no, the
Yeah,
end of the record button is still running.
Good job.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This is a one-time thing because I don't really have the time to do 4 divisions every week. But maybe
I was maybe thinking that maybe I should just take a look at myself and see if
Yeah,
I can do something about that.
you two are doing pretty good. Why don't you just take over from now on?
Oh, suck you. You have to do things yourself too. But yeah, I'll definitely try to see if I could do something if I'm good enough for this sort of thing. So yeah, definitely.
It'd be interesting to hear the feedback as well from the people that are actually watching the YouTube, like what they would give a feedback and stuff.
So, if
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
liked it, just send messages out to my guests, FreddieGibbs and Hutzler. And
Yeah, it's FreddieGibbs with 2 Ds, by the way. Yeah, he'll probably write it in the description or something. I don't know.
but that would be work for me.
Oh, why not? Why wouldn't it work for you?
No, I mean that would be work I would have to do.
Oh, you
No.
lazy little grut.
Well-
I should type your name out. It's horrible. You know how much work that is? For a guy who has to go through the whole recording as well, and actually trying to like cut all of our bullshit out. It's
Yeah, he's probably have to do some plenty of work still.
Yeah, well, I think we dragged this out long enough. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to you guys. And have good games. Drag it
Yeah, you
out
should
for the top spot. Kick FreddieGibbs players as often as you want. Because that's fun.
Yeah, I'll just keep kicking him. Don't worry. I'll even break some necks for you, Head Deuce. Yeah, I'll try to get the boys to bring a head to you. We'll see. Probably not. They'll probably just feed it to Big Ook. We'll see.
Okay, well, see ya guys.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.